Welcome to New Sky TV. The seventh winter after breaking up with you officially announced its premiere date as February 4th, exclusively on the Hangzhou platforms Zhai Yiying and Shu Tong, their second collaboration. Not a sweet romance, not a feel-good drama, but a heart-wrenching, classic bittersweet story. One number has already exploded, pre-orders have surpassed 940,000. This isn't a prediction, it's a premeditated collective frenzy, a rendezvous prepared for a torturous love. The story begins 7 years later. Mengxian and Xiaoqin, high school seniors, love each other unconditionally, like two intertwined vines, and then fate, adept at writing cliché chapters, family upheaval, a huge misunderstanding. She abruptly withdraws, playing a villainous, moody realistic woman, leaving him alone in the ruins, his hatred growing wildly. He doesn't know that her back, turned away, stood straight, yet she swallowed all the pebbles of sacrifice alone. The so-called broken mirror, it turns out, is one person shattering it, the other silently gathering all the sharp fragments. 7 years, the magician's hand of time. He rose to prominence as a dazzling new tycoon in the business world, while she faded into obscurity as a night shift worker at a convenience store. A snowy night, they met again. His eyes burned with icy hatred, while she was etched with indelible weariness. Xiaoqin, you finally met your match. He had prepared these words for 7 years, but why did his throat ache first when he uttered them? From then on, revenge became an excuse to get closer, and torment a lingering attachment. He thought this was a belated judgment, unaware that he was stepping into the grave of truth she had buried with her youth. When her hidden diary was opened, when the yellow voluntary waiver agreement she had signed years ago surfaced, the most painful torment wasn't the misunderstanding itself, but that someone willingly rotted in the misunderstanding, just to push you into the light. Zhai Yiying and Shu Tong, their fates intertwined again after Wan Feng's Zhai Yiying. In their familiar gazes, 7 years of struggle and pain were etched. A single glance from her was an avalanche in his world, a single cold word from him was the final pause of her heartbeat. Why are audiences so captivated? Perhaps it's because this old-fashioned formula holds the most primal form of love, clumsy, tragic, and an extreme romance of self-destruction for the sake of the other. February 4th, Hangzhou platform. A collective choice of 940,000 people. This isn't just watching a drama, it's a collective, breathless dive into the deep sea, to see how hatred crumbles, how love rises from the ashes, and whether spring dares to arrive after the 7th winter. Prepare tissues, prepare your heartbeat. This story of reconciliation isn't about perfection, but about gently uncovering the oldest wound in your heart and then brutally healing it. To portray this role effectively, Zhai Yiying made a significant breakthrough. Her character, Xiaoqin, is a single mother, a far cry from her usual sweet girl roles. Based on released information, her performance focuses on restraint and tenacity, attempting to convey a woman's maternal love and emotional struggles under the weight of life's pressures through her eyes and micro-expressions. Her crying scenes, in particular, have been described as possessing a profound sense of breakdown and powerful emotional impact. Shu Tong, who plays Mengxian, needs to portray the complex transformation from a pure and innocent youth to an adult trapped by hatred, ultimately achieving emotional redemption. His performance has been praised as delicate yet explosive. The drama blends various popular elements. It features pure love memories from school days and the exhilarating feeling of a career comeback, but at its core lies the emotional turmoil of a reconciliation 7 years later. The production team clearly put effort into creating the atmosphere, emphasizing that the costumes, makeup, and props fit the characters, and pursuing aesthetic beauty in the composition and lighting, attempting to create a high-quality feel. This pursuit of atmosphere is also a microcosm of the escalating competition in the current short drama market. Zhai Yiying is undoubtedly one of the busiest actors in the current short drama market. Just last month, another short drama she starred in, Half Sugar Plum, finished airing on the Hangzhou platform, and the number of pre-orders for the drama exceeded 1 million. Looking back further, in December of last year, Hard to Flirt With, in which she co-starred with Wang Haozhan, was released, with pre-orders exceeding 700,000. In November, First Taste, in which she collaborated with Liu Yuhang, premiered, with pre-orders exceeding 800,000. Almost every 1 or 2 months, a short drama starring her is scheduled for release. This dense output rhythm has earned her the title of Queen of Short Dramas. Her acting range is constantly expanding. From the complex woman seeking revenge for her father in The Wind Rises, to the wife facing a husband with a split personality in Her Day and Night, and now the single mother in The Seventh Winter After Breaking Up With You, she is trying to break free from the single sweet romance trope. Audience evaluations of her acting have gradually shifted from sweet girl to discussions about the depth of her characters. In First Taste, a late-night monologue scene that was completed in one take moved the crew on set. Shu Tong, as the male lead, is also in a prolific period. Last September, his two dramas, The Wind Rises and Give Her Passion, premiered on the same day, jokingly referred to by netizens as hitting himself. This multi-drama release model is very common among short drama actors, testing their stamina and the market's acceptance of different pairings. The theme of time and love focused on in The Seventh Winter After Breaking Up With You is a perennial theme in short dramas. Whether it's the reunion after divorce in Half Sugar Plum, the reconciliation 7 years after a forced breakup in Give Her Passion, or the fantastical premise of exchanging youth for a lover's health only to be forgotten in Time Pawn Shop, time is always the key variable driving emotions and creating dramatic conflict. It is both a balm for wounds and an hourglass that accumulates misunderstandings, and a touchstone for testing true feelings. This drama attempts to explore whether misunderstandings can be cleared up by time and whether wounds can be healed by true love. It presupposes an extreme scenario. One party bears the world's condemnation for love, while the other is driven by hatred to achieve success. The 7-year time gap accumulates not only a disparity in social status but also layers upon layers of emotional knots. Every confrontation after their reunion is a reckoning with the past and a renewed exploration of each other's hearts. The short drama market has moved beyond the initial stage of simply spurting sweetness. Audiences have raised higher demands for the realism of emotions and the logic of the characters. Shows like Hard to Flirt With focus on the extreme tug-of-war between the male and female leads, abandoning melodramatic misunderstandings. First Taste attempts to subvert the formula, using the relationship between creditor and debtor to start the story. This means that even a story with an old-fashioned feel like The Seventh Winter After Breaking Up With You needs to be more delicate in its emotional portrayal and more convincing in its character motivations in order to retain increasingly discerning viewers. As the primary broadcasting platform, Hongo's interactive promotional methods, such as unlocking pre-order benefits, are continuously boosting the show's popularity. To see the exclusive bonus episodes of First Taste, one fan even gathered 3 others to pre-order together. This model of turning viewers into promotional nodes allows the success or failure of a show to be foreseen even before its premiere. From the 1 million pre-orders for Half Sugar Green Plum to the 940,000 pre-orders for The Seventh Winter After Breaking Up With You, high pre-order numbers seem to have become a standard feature of hit short dramas. Behind this lies the production team's precise integration of popular elements, the platform's keen grasp of user tastes, and the audience trust built by actors with strong viewership appeal, like Zhai Yiying, through their various works. When a drama series features keywords like reunited after a breakup, tortured romance, and second pairings, it has almost grasped the secret to attracting viewers. However, a question that constantly lingers in the market is, when reunited after a breakup becomes a replicable template on an assembly line, and when 7 years of pain becomes a fixed benchmark in emotional stories, are those carefully calculated tear-jerking and sweet moments truly soothing the emotional anxieties of modern people, or are they simply repeating a kind of fast food emotional consumption? Thank you for watching the video. See you in the next video. Thank you.